Greetings from North Carolina. This is Helen. My doctor has just put me on a low-carbohydrate diet because I'm extremely close to being diabetic, and I'm really trying to work with her. And I am struggling to find recipes. I am notorious for stretching things with rice or grains or potatoes or beans, and a lot of those things are off this diet. So I thought I'd have you come along tonight while I try to make stuffed peppers low carbohydrate way. I have no idea how this is going to turn out, so you'll find out the same way I do. So the first thing I'm going to do is I have my onions cut. I'm going to put some oil in the pan, get that going, and then I'll come back to you when I'm ready for my next step. Okay, I think I've got it adjusted so you can see. I have my onions in here and it hasn't really started to sizzle yet. I'm still getting used to my new stove. I've just cut up some zucchini and I'm going to put that in there too. And yesterday I bought some Roma tomatoes. I had a lousy crop this year of tomatoes, and so I am unfortunately having to buy tomatoes, which is a real bummer because nothing's like a fresh tomato out of your garden. Hopefully you can still see this, but what I'm going to do is sort of make like a chunky garden kind of sauce. It's not going to really be sauce per se, it's just going to be some, I don't know what I'm doing. You know I don't know what I'm doing. Gonna wash my tomatoes. One of the great things about living down here is we are able to get fresh fruits and vegetables very reasonably weekly. And so Tim and I go and we try to buy a week's worth of vegetables, and we spend about $30 every week on vegetables now that it's our main food source. And we've tried all sorts of new things. Like this past week we tried yucca root, which was really good. I know it has carbohydrates in it because anything that tastes good has carbohydrates in it, but anyway, we tried that, we liked it. The vendors are Hispanic, and so we always ask them each week how to prepare something new so that we can try. And we've tried nampalas, which is a cactus. A lot of southerners down here call them beaver tails, and we tried those and we fall in love with those. We love them. We probably eat those 3 to 4 times a week. We'd eat them more, but you know, you're buying stuff fresh, so you have to eat the things that are going to go first. So I almost have my tomatoes cut up, and my onions here are doing really well. So I'm just going to saute these all together, and I'll come back when I do the spices. Okay, so here's my sauce cooking away, and I'm going to put some Italian seasonings in it. And I don't measure, I know. I'm sorry, everybody, I just really don't measure. And some pepper. And then over here, what I have sizzling away is our breakfast sausage that we made from venison and pork. Now, all it means when we call it breakfast sausage in this house is that it has not been seasoned. So, really, it doesn't mean anything. So, I like the taste of onion powder. I don't know what it is about onion powder, I just love the taste. I'm also going to put a few more seasonings in this. I like to season both my meat and my vegetables. I'm funny that way. I have found that with this diet, I need things highly seasoned because I'm not relying on, the carbohydrates and the sauces and so forth to put on my food. And I love it. I also am trying to make things a lot more colorful. If you look at this, there's reds and greens and whites, and it's actually the colors of the Italian flag, I think, right? Maybe that's orange. I don't know. So anyway, when this is browned up enough, I'm going to put this in here, and I'm going to let it simmer for a little bit, get it all together, and then I have my peppers all ready to go, and I'm going to bake it in an oven. I have my oven at 350. I don't know if you can see that. And then we'll just see how it comes out. Unfortunately, I don't have any cheese. I'm kind of bummed. I don't have any cheese in the house. That would have just been perfect, but that's okay. It's still going to taste good. So when I'm ready to set the peppers, I'll come back. Okay, here they are, ready to go in the oven. One thing I did find is it was a bit soupy. I still have some left over, so I used a slotted spoon to kind of get the stuffing in here, and then that will be left over, so if we feel that it's a little too dry, we can just add that to it after it's cooked, because it's cooked as well. So before I put those in the oven, I just wanted to give you a quick tour. Now, not everything has a place yet in my new kitchen, so just be aware of that, but this is my new kitchen. I mean, can you believe the counter space I have? Oh, can you say cannon kitchen? Oh my goodness. So there's Tim's wine. That's a 5-gallon carboy, so that ought to tell you how big this is. And then I have all that space, and then I have this beautiful window, and then all that space. Then you come over here and I have all that space. So I cannot wait to can in this kitchen. I'm very excited. Very excited. And I still have to make curtains for over here, but, you know, our cast iron, of course, is on the wall. And this isn't everything, but it's getting there. My tables are here, but it's dirty, so I'm not going to show it to you. And then I've got this great space over here for, like, my teapots and then shelving. And then I still have, like, 3 or 4 boxes left to put away. And then, of course, my sewing machine is actually going to go over there. This is going to be my sewing corner. You probably remember this from my kitchen in the other place. Well, I have all my sewing stuff in here. And then I've still got, I think about 3 boxes left in the living room, and then we're good. And then everything's pretty much put away. This side looks pretty put together. I've got, you know, all our reference materials and everything, and then, you know, some curtains for color, computer, all of that. And then over here I've got curtains that I made for our old house, and I can only find 1 pair, so I put them on this side for the winter to keep the cold out, and then in the summertime I'll switch them to the other side because that's where all the sun will come in. And there's the babies. They love their new house. You guys, say hi everybody on YouTube. We love our new house. I'll show you the stuffed peppers when they're all done. And here it is, all done. Doesn't it look delicious?